Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? Now today I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, sinuses, stuff like that going on. But today we're talking about why we shouldn't trade Andre Drummond. Now, through my previous videos, Drummond has been a topic of a lot of things. And quite frankly, I think a lot of people want to trade him, which I just don't think that's the way to go. Now, Drummond, I've said this several times, Drummond has never had a true point guard. You know, Will Bynum was one of the best to set him up, and then Jennings and him clicked. Jennings got hurt, but Jennings was really a scoring point guard, and the same thing with Reggie. And the way Dwayne Casey's been running his offense through last season, a lot of it was going through Blake Griffin, and Reggie's a pick and roll point guard, and Reggie just didn't click. So, which I just got out of bed and I look a little trashy, but whatever. Anyway, Drummond is only 25. And did he play bad in the playoffs? Yeah, he did. But at the same time, he's not part of the offense. They're not running anything for him. And a lot of times he looks lost out there. And that's really coaching. And, you know, through the ages of Drummond's career, you know, Stan Van Gundy just yelled at him. Didn't work. Dwayne Casey doesn't run plays for him. He just stands there while Blake's in the corner shooting a three. So this offseason is really huge for the Detroit Pistons if they're wanting to win. Now, you have to incorporate the pick and roll in your offense if you're going to keep Drummond or not. And that's part of my shirt. I thought I had a stain, but it's part of my shirt. So I almost stopped the video. But nonetheless, you have to run pick and roll with Dre. That's what he knows is what's going to make him the best. It doesn't mean you have to stop running what you're running because, you know, Blake had a monster season last year. But the pick and roll takes a majority of the pressure off of Blake Griffin, and it makes Dre better. And, you know, when you incorporate Dre in the game plan, he's going to have a big game. It happens all the time. When Dre's feeling it and when he's locked in, he's a top 4 center in the league. And, you know, when he's having those games, you can't even argue that. If you trade Drummond, with the exception of Philly and Denver, he's going to make those teams way better. Way better. And, you know, maybe not Boston because Boston's fallen off, and I'm curious to see how many people are going to be leaving Boston. So that's something to keep an eye on. But, you know, you get the point. And you don't just make trades just to get rid of players, you know. Like, I strongly don't think Washington's going to trade Bradley Beal at this point. They had their best chance to trade Bradley Beal at the trade deadline, and they didn't do it. And if he doesn't get traded this offseason, I think they stick with him. Because when Wall and Beal are healthy, that is a playoff team. So, and you know, Wall is going to be missing probably next season. And maybe a little bit of the season after that with that knee, you know. So, I mean, if they're going to rebuild, now would be the time. And I just don't see the Pistons making a move for Beal. We just don't have enough to offer. And Blake and Dre and Luke Kennard are really the centerpieces. You don't really want to trade anyway of those pieces. I just don't think we have enough to offer. Let alone if we did, we'd be in salary cap hell. Plus, you know, you got expiring contracts coming up. And if you're going to make a move, you're kind of going back and resetting this thing that you've tried to start. And to clarify that, you know, you made moves with Thon Maker and Shavib to clear salary cap room. So that way, you know, next season after Reggie, John Lure, and Langston Galloway's contracts are expired, and Josh Smith, which, terrible, you're going to have some real money. You're going to have enough to bring in a quality player. Someone who can help change the face of this franchise. So, I'm not hitting the panic button yet. We made the playoffs year 1 under Dwayne Casey. That's pretty good. You know, this roster is not good at all. It is garbage. Outside of the three I mentioned, Luke, Reggie, or not Reggie, yikes, let me start that again. Luke, Dre, and Blake. Those guys are going to be here for the long haul. You have to develop people like Kyrie Thomas, Bruce Brown, Shaviv. Those three guys could, really help the Pistons and help Drummond. So I'm not trading Drummond. If you guys want to, let me know why and what you want to get out of him. And I will respectfully disagree with you, and we can handle this out like gentlemen. But that's all I got for today. Just trying to keep the upload streak alive. But I am feeling really underneath the weather right now, so hopefully this can be cleared up by Mother's Day so I can have that out. But it's going to be a tough one, I'm not going to lie. So we will see. So that being said, Instagram, Twitter links in the description. Go check those out, and I will see you peeps in the next one. Peace.